Hey guys, so today I'm going to be presenting my flow chart of the pathway of immunity. So first, let's say a viral virus enters the nasal passages uh, and it through the first line of defense where it encounters mucus and cilia. Let's say after it get passes it the epithelial cells, like a rhinovirus, after the nasal passages goes to the epithelial cells, replicating and releasing more rhinoviruses into the tissue fluids. And once they're at the tissue fluids, you have the dendritic cells in the second line of defense. Dendritic cells engulf rhinovirus within an endosome. The endosome then fuses with the lysosome, and enzymes digest the rhinovirus. And the resulting rhinovirus fragments are referred to as epitopes, which we know are basically part of the antigen molecules to which an antibody can attach itself. And epitopes are really a big theme in immunity. So dendritic cells, they attaches to the epitopes to MHC2 molecules, which are known as presentation cells. And the main function of complex MHC class 2 molecules, hence the presentation cells name, is to present processed antigens, which are derived primarily from exogenous sources to CD4 plus T lymphocytes. And MHC class 2 molecules, that's why they're really critical for the initiation of antigen-specific immune response. And after that, the dendritic cell enters the lymphatic vessel, then travels to the lymph node. And there, the dendritic cell encounters a helper T cell. Now, TCR, or T cell receptor, recognizes the rhinovirus epitope, and then the CD4 glycoprotein associated with the TCR recognizes the MHC class 2. And dendritic cell stimulates activation of helper T cells. Now, talking a little more about the adaptive defenses. Adaptive immunity is made up of T cell and B cell. B cell is selected for activation, and this is achieved through clonal selection, where the selected B cell takes up the viral virus and degrades it, presenting viral virus epitope to MHC2, as we know. Then the mature helper T cell recognizes epitope, and it recognizes the epitope with its TCR and the MCH2 with the CD4. As a result, it secretes cytokines, which activates the B cells, and we know that results in proliferation and differentiates. And in essence, activated helper T cells secretes the cytokines. They lead to activation of B cells, T cells, and other cells. Then helper T cells, they basically become an effector cell that secretes various growth through cytokines. Next, the activated cytotoxic T lymphocyte recognizes and kill altered self cells, and B cells interact with antigen and differentiate into the antibody secreting plasma cells. And the specificity of B cells, it is determined by the presence of antigen binding receptor called antibody. And finally, the antibody binds the antigen, as we know, through like a key lock, and it facilitates the clearance from the body. And that is just an overview of immunity.